start her out. I don't know why I did that. What do you think? Like here? Like right there? Think that looks think that looks good? How's that? No? Okay. I think I'll do it like that. Makes a little bit more sense. Alright. Do some squats. Gotta limber up. Have a pretty good adventure today. Oh. Alright. Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Alright. Let's do it. I'm ready for the big time. Okay. Did not go to the gym today. Decided against it. Alright. I guess let's do this. Just other games, yeah. Not bad. Go to my under tights. I have regular tights and then under tights. Okay, we're good. Let's do this. All right. Okay. So after a very unfortunate incident last night, I had to end stream a little earlier than was previously scheduled. Your boy ate it walking, because I have a bunch of cords on the ground, and I tripped and I just fell a little, and well, I ripped one of the cords out of my sound interface. So then it messed up the cord and it just wouldn't work anymore. So I had to go get another cord today because I only have 2 cords, and one of them is hooked up to my handy dandy wired remote control. Not exactly a remote control, but it does help when you're not, messing around with the keyboard. But either way, I fixed the issue. Now we're ready to rumble. It has been figured out. We are now in it, and we are now ready to rumble. So, let's try to get into this. Welcome to the show. It's your boy, Ragnar the Barbarian. This is the Ragnar Show. If you don't know, this is a AI-guided adventure somehow all of it's working. We can see behind me, that is a program that, again, somehow is working. The AI that I'm using is the standard GPT model. I call it GB for short. It's a custom GPT. If you're interested, you can go to chat.openai.com, check it out. Eldoria Text RPG, interactive adventure game. But I'm just going to be going through the adventure that I created, kind of co-created with GB. We are in the lovely space of Roderick Village. Let me go ahead and let's just land here for a second. We're in Roderick Village. Roderick Village is a quaint little village in some place. There's a name for it. I'll ask when we get in there, but either way, usually how these things start out is I kind of walk into a tavern and I ask the bartender how's it banging and what kind of quest we got going on. So let's just lead with that. Before that though, let's change up the vibe. I do love the music. Royalty free, by the way. let's grab some other royalty-free music that fits the adventure a little bit more, the aesthetic, as they say. Okay, that's playing from my phone, which is incorrect. Okay, well, nothing is working, so we'll just do it from here, shall we? I'm gonna start with my favorite song. It's literally just called Adventure. Anyway, what was I gonna do? Let's just start it from the top. Okay. Hello. I'm Ragnar the Barbarian, starting a brand new adventure from the beginning of all things, a quaint village on the outskirts of wherever, at the crossroads of, in the sticks, basically. I fancy myself becoming an adventurer one day. Although I am only level 1, I do have dreams of grandeur. And in those dreams, there's one constant. And that is meeting a lot of really wacky characters. And having some fun convos. Also, battle. You can't have a barbarian without some battle. And, well, we got some battle going on. So, here in Roderick Village is where I'm gonna have my start. So, I'm gonna walk in to the inn. I believe it is the Dragon's Rest Inn, and I'm going to announce myself proudly, as a warrior does. I am Ragnar the Barbarian, and I'm here to kick it. I'm gonna ask the crowd, can I kick it? And let's see what they say. And obviously, the voice thing isn't gonna work the first time because, as I said, all of this is duct taped together. Nothing works correctly. But hopefully, when we roll the dice, at least once it's gonna come up in our favor. Well, that isn't coming up in our favor. Spotify is being weird on the phone. Alright, here we go.
As you stride confidently into the Dragon's Rest Inn, the warm glow of firelight and the murmur of various patrons fill the air. Announcing yourself as Ragnar the Barbarian, you demand to know, can I kick it? The room falls silent for a moment, the patrons turning to face you, evaluating the newcomer who has disturbed their peaceful evening. You see a variety of expressions, some curious, some amused, and a few wary. From behind the bar, a robust figure with a friendly but commanding presence raises an eyebrow, cleaning a mug with a rag. Kick it, you say? The person replies with a hearty laugh.
Yes, yeah.
We welcome all who seek refuge and merriment within these walls. If it's stories, ale, or a bit of brawling you're after, you've come to the right place. But I warn you, we keep a respectful peace here. The patrons, taking their cue from the figure, return to their drinks and conversations, though now with glances and whispers directed at you, speculating about the new, bold figure who has entered their midst.
As
a few patrons nod in respect or curiosity, while others seem to return to their meals and discussions, always with one eye on the brazen newcomer.
Alright, well, we've been here before, at least I have. They don't know that specifically. I've run this adventure before. I've made it all the way to the end, Fleeting Crest. But that's a ways off. This is the beginning town, and well, that took about around a month or so to do, and this is only the first steps of that adventure. But all of that knowledge in my head, I do know that this bartender's name is Bartender Dorian, and he's my boy. He was a what was it? He was a bard and an adventurer in his past life. Well, past life as an adventurer. And now he's kind of shacked up here. He's living on the down low with his gal. I forget the name. Lyra? I think it's Lyra. Lyra is her name. She's around here somewhere in the bar. But I guess I'll address Dorian directly. How's it going? You don't know me. It's kind of how these things roll. I am Ragnar the Barbarian, as I just announced coming through the door. I'm looking for an adventure, probably something on the tamer side. I've only completed like 1 or 2 quests here. I just got my sword, so I'm hoping something along the lines of like rats somewhere in a basement. That's usually how these things start out. So, let me know. Also, when I say, can I kick it, you're supposed to say, yes, you can. It's just kind of standard. Not that you would know. He wouldn't know. Well, I mean, he would. I actually think that this AI is not connected to Bing. No. That song was made before the cutoff, so yeah, he would know.
Bartender Dorian, recognizing your spirit and the light-hearted manner in which you address him, offers a welcoming smile.
My tights are bunched up.
Ragnar the Barbarian, is it?
That's your boy.
Well, welcome to the Dragon's Rest Inn. You've come to the right place if it's adventure you seek.
That's true, I do.
He replies, setting down the mug he was cleaning. He leans in, lowering his voice as if sharing a secret.
I don't know why everybody is...
As a matter of fact, there's a certain matter that could use someone of your particular skills.
Yeah.
Hilda, an eccentric resident of our village, has been having some trouble with rats in her basement.
Well...
Now, while it might not be the grandiose adventure you imagined, it's a start.
It's exactly
what
I was looking for.
And who knows? Even the smallest quests can lead to the greatest tales. He suggests, a twinkle of former adventure in his eyes. Dorian then chuckles softly at your reference. And to your earlier point, yes, you can kick it here, though our form of kicking it usually involves less brawling and more story weaving.
No, I didn't mean...
But don't worry, you'll find your share of action here, Ragnar. Just remember, every hero's journey starts with a single step, or in your case, perhaps, a swing. The innkeeper then gives you a knowing nod, suggesting that this quest might be the beginning of something greater.
Alright.
After you've dealt with Hilda's rat problem, feel free to come back. I might have more for a growing adventurer. Also, if it's gear you need, Master Torin the blacksmith might be able to help you out. He adds, pointing towards the direction of the local blacksmith's forge.
We talked to him.
Lyra, notice from the corner of your eye, is
Lyra.
busy tending to other customers but has been following your conversation with Dorian. She gives you an encouraging smile, echoing Dorian's welcome to the village and the adventures that lie ahead.
She's cool, I guess. Alright. Well, being a barbarian, I will act as such. I draw my blade with honor in my eyes, the likes of which I'm sure this place hasn't seen in a while. It's just that epic. I accept your quest, Bartender Dorian, and thank you for the information. I will dispatch these foul rats post-haste, sire, and then I'll walk out. I'll give both of them finger guns, bang, bang, bang. And I guess I'll head down the street to Hilda's house. Actually, I didn't ask who was going to give me the money for this. Usually there's money involved. I don't normally keep track of it because I don't spend a lot of money when I'm out adventuring. But, whatever. This content may violate.
With a flourish that turns heads throughout the Dragon's Rest Inn, you unsheath your blade, the metal glinting in the firelight. A testament to your resolve and readiness for action.
This is an actual sword, by the way. If I drop this on my
patrons,
foot,
momentarily startled, quickly turn their attention to you, sensing the beginning of a new tale within their familiar walls.
Okay, give me a second.
Dorian watches with a mix of amusement and approval, a smirk playing on his lips as he nods in acknowledgement of your acceptance.
That's right, baby.
Then to Hilda's you go, Ragnar. May your blade be swift and your actions just, he declares, raising a tankard in salute to your departing figure.
For sure.
Lyra, amidst her duties, pauses to offer you a playful salute with her own version of finger guns.
Oh God.
Her smile bright and encouraging. The camaraderie in the room, fueled by your bold declaration, sends you off with a sense of purpose and the silent cheers of the inn's patrons.
All right, we're heading out.
Stepping out into the street, you feel the eyes of Roderick Village upon you, the new barbarian hero, off to conquer the mundane yet vital challenge of a rat infestation. As you make your way down the cobblestone path to Hilda's house, you can't help but feel the weight of the adventurous path you've chosen, starting with what lies beneath an eccentric old lady's dwelling.
Yeah, that's right,
The
baby.
village street is quiet, the sounds of your footsteps mingling with the distant chatter of villagers and the occasional clatter of a wagon passing by.
We're on our way, people.
Ahead, Hilda's house stands slightly apart from its neighbors, an overgrown garden out front betraying the wild nature of its owner as much as the rumors do. You stand before the door, preparing to knock, ready to face the rats within and perhaps a bit more of Hilda's eccentric world.
I really gotta find a place to hold this.
This is
Again,
but the first step on a journey that
there's
promises
like
to
this
carve
is
your
actually
name,
a blade.
Ragnar the Barbarian, into the lore of Eldoria.
Alright, I stand on the precipice of a mighty adventure with humble beginnings, as we all do at one point in our life. I'm gonna bang on the door of the old crazy woman and introduce myself as such with honor and bravado. I am Ragnar, traveler of these streets, and not much after that. But that'll change soon. But for now, I am but the neighborhood humble barbarian. I wish to assist in the issue that I found out about like 5 seconds ago from the bartender. Do you know what I'm talking about? And then I have to,
With a sense of impending adventure and a touch of
juggle
theatricality
the
learned
windows
perhaps
here.
from Dorian's own flair, you pound on Hilda's door. The sound echoes, blending with the whispers of the wind and the rustle of the overgrown herbs in her garden, creating an ambience fitting for the start of a quest.
Sure.
After a brief moment, the door creaks open, and you're met with the inquisitive gaze of Hilda. Her eyes, sharp beneath furrowed brows, scrutinize you from head to toe,
Is the
taking
music
in your
loud?
barbaric demeanor
I feel like
and
it's
the
loud.
unyielding stance of a warrior ready to tackle the woes of the world, or
Almost
at
dropped the
least
sword
those
again.
of her basement.
Thank you for the follow, Faith.
She hums, a mix of curiosity and caution in her voice. Ragnar, was it?
That's right,
The
baby.
neighborhood's humble barbarian, you say?
Yeah.
She leans on her doorway, interest piqued, the lines of skepticism softening slightly at the mention of assistance. So Dorian sent you, did he? That man knows the troubles of this old house all too well. She muses, more to herself than to you. Well, come in then, don't just stand there.
Right.
If it's the rats you're after, then you've come at the right time. They've been more brazen of late, bold little beasts. Hilda explains, stepping aside to allow you entrance.
Don't mind if I do.
Her home is as eccentric as her reputation suggests.
We'll step
Shelves
on my
cluttered
cord.
with various artifacts, walls
another
adorned with
cord.
strange symbols, and the air filled with a peculiar aroma that speaks of herbs and a life spent in pursuit of hidden truths.
Okay, sure.
As I've told that dear bartender, it's not just any rats that roam my basement. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're clever, too clever for normal rodents.
Okay, so.
But I suppose you'll see soon enough. Follow me, Ragnar, and let's see if your bravery matches your bravado.
Do.
She declares, leading you
'Cause I
towards the
am.
heart of her infestation problem, her steps surprisingly light for her age.
All right. Well, it does, because I do. I am. Because I am, as they say. I need a little bit more information here before we go jumping into that basement there. About how many rats are you thinking? Is it like 2 big ones and then a giant one? Because that's usually how these things are. Also, I didn't really. I haven't really put that detail down. So just as a suggestion, that's probably how many there are. Yeah. Either way, you say that they're not normal rats. What could you possibly mean by that, Hilda, the conspiracy theorist?
Hilda nods thoughtfully, considering your questions as she leads you further into her cluttered abode, each step surrounded by the relics and oddities that mark her life's eccentric journey.
Yeah.
Not just your ordinary cellar dwellers, these. she starts,
Sounds like
her
a
voice
slur.
dropping to a whisper as if the very walls might be listening. I've seen things, Ragnar. Things that a simple rodent couldn't possibly understand or do.
Right, what is that?
They're
Okay.
cunning, organized, unnatural. As for numbers, last I counted, there were 3 of them, yes, 3.
Sick.
But not
Thanks
the
for that.
sort you're picturing, I reckon. They're cleverer than that, not just your typical big one, bigger one, and biggest one.
Yeah.
These rats. They move with purpose, as if guided by a higher intelligence. She pauses by a rickety door leading down to the basement,
What a
her
hive
hand
mind.
hesitating on the handle as she turns to face you, her eyes alight with a mixture of fear and fascination. And they've been meddling with things they ought not to. I've heard them, tinkering at night.
Okay, so they're building
No
bombs
ordinary
or
rat
something?
does that, Ragnar.
No, they don't,
No
I
ordinary
guess.
rat at all.
They do scurry
With a deep
around,
breath,
though.
she steadies herself, her resolve solidifying as she meets your gaze once more. But you, a barbarian of your word, maybe you can get to the bottom of this.
Me?
Maybe you can find out why
Couldn't
they're
be.
here. And what they're planning. Because believe me, they're planning something. And before you step down there, she leans in, lowering her voice to a hushed tone.
Wait,
Watch
everyone's
yourself.
leaning in, man.
They're not alone. Something else lurks down there, something. I can't quite put my finger on. But it's there, watching, waiting. She opens the basement door slowly,
I don't know
the
why that
creaking
was-
of the hinges echoing ominously through the silence of the house.
Why is it just
The
adding
darkness
things?
below beckoning as the first real test of your burgeoning adventure in Roderick Village.
Alright. Alright, so this is how we're gonna do things. I'm gonna go down there. There's gonna be 3. Because that's how many your boy can take. I'm level 1 after all. I am mighty, though. I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna have my tights tight, my sword swordy, and my arms beefy, as you do. And I'm gonna start swinging wildly. And by that I mean intelligently, with poise and accuracy. And then I'm going to do battle. I'm going to do fierce battle with these rats, and I'm going to need you to narrate it as some type of epic, because that's exactly what's going to be happening. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And while that happens, I'm going to put on some battle music.
As you declare your valiant plan, Hilda nods with a mixture of awe and apprehension, the corners of her mouth twitching upwards in a semblance of a smile.
All right.
Perhaps the first genuine one in some time.
I don't know what that means.
She steps back, granting you the stage for your imminent battle.
Here we go, baby.
You go, Ragnar, warrior of the depths.
I do go.
She whispers,
And I
a
shall.
flicker of excitement in her weary eyes. You descend into the basement, the wooden stairs groaning under the weight of your resolve.
Right.
The air grows cooler, damper, as you leave the warmth of Hilda's eclectic haven above. Your hand tightens around the hilt of your sword,
It does.
the metal feeling more alive than ever,
It's kinda
as if
wooden.
it too senses the impending clash.
I mean, there is metal on it.
The
but
basement
mainly-
is shrouded in shadows, with only thin shafts of light piercing through small windows near the ceiling.
I mean,
The smell is a mix of mold, old wood, and a hint of something otherworldly.
okay.
You take a moment, allowing your eyes to adjust, your ears to pick up the slightest sound.
No, okay, alright. There's 3 rats right here. They got health bars. I'm ready to do this. Give me an epic retelling of my battle with these rats. And make sure I do them in, because I'm gonna do them in, alright? I'm getting them. I'm getting these dudes. I feel like I need better music. That's all I'm thinking right now. It's literally the only thing. Oh, there we go. Alright.
As the shadows of the basement coalesce into the tangible forms of your adversaries.
Oh no, I have to
3
switch hands.
pairs of gleaming eyes cut through the darkness,
Shut up, give
each
me a
set
second.
belonging to a rat of unusual size
Oh,
and
no.
demeanor, their health bars visible as if by some unspoken magic,
No, it's
marking
not
the challenge
unspoken.
laid before
It's just
Ragnar the
UI,
Barbarian. The air hangs heavy, charged with the anticipation of the impending battle.
Alright. Obviously I gotta take out the
Ragnar,
giant
with
one
his tights
first.
tight and sword gleaming with the promise of victory, takes a deep breath, allowing the stillness of the moment to seep into his
How's
bones.
that look, like a video game?
He understands the gravity of the task at hand, a fight not just for glory, but for the peace of an old woman's home.
Okay, sure.
With a fierce cry that echoes the war songs of his ancestors, Ragnar charges, his blade slicing through the air, a silver streak in the dim light.
We're actually gonna do a shield bash.
The first rat, emboldened by some unnatural courage, leaps towards him, its health bar a glowing beacon of its life force.
Correct. That's right.
But Ragnar, undeterred, meets its advance with a swift swing of his sword, a clear hit that sends the creature reeling back, a chunk of its health bar vanishing.
Well, I mean, that was actually...
The second rat, cunning and quick,
slash.
darts in from the side, attempting to catch Ragnar off guard. But the barbarian's instincts are sharp. He pivots, bringing his sword down in a mighty arc, cleaving through the air and the rat's defenses, reducing its health bar significantly.
No, it's dead.
The creature squeals, taken aback by the strength and ferocity of its opponent.
That's right. I'm in it.
Now, the basement echoes with the cacophony of battle, the clash of sword against claw, the hiss and snarl of the rats, and the steadfast grunts of Ragnar as he fights with poise and accuracy. The third rat, the largest of the trio, watches, its health bar ominously full as its comrades falter.
I mean, I hit it once.
With a calculated fury, it charges, its eyes alight with a malevolent intelligence.
Well, I'm down to like almost half.
But Ragnar, the neighborhood's humble barbarian, is undaunted. He stands his ground, drawing upon the wellspring of his might.
What does that mean? What is that?
As
what
the
is that
rat
vocab
lunges,
word?
he steps aside with the grace of a dancer,
Another
the
one?
power of a titan fueling his counterattack.
Son!
His sword finds its mark, slashing deeply into the creature, its health bar dropping precipitously with the force of the blow.
I got one left.
The battle rages on, a testament to Ragnar's resolve and strength.
You can't
blow
use
after
that
blow,
word.
he delivers justice to these unnatural vermin. Each strike a song of valor that reverberates through the very foundations of the house above. And with one final, resounding sweep of his blade, he vanquishes the last of his foes, their health bars depleted, their threats nullified. Silence falls, a solemn witness to the barbarian's triumph. Ragnar stands alone, victorious, a beacon of strength and courage in the dim light of the basement. The echoes of his battle cry fade, leaving behind a tale of heroism that will be whispered in Roderick Village for generations.
Yeah, you already know it. You already know. Alright, I'm gonna put this up. Like right there. I'm sure no one can see that. Alright, well. Ragnar, Slayer of Rats, indeed. Indeed. Alright, we're gonna switch back, because, well, it's just not the vibe anymore. Alright. Let's see here. I wonder if you can see that. Can you? I got 9 gold. I got 20 experience. I'm at 62 health and 91 stamina. They did a number on me. But it's cool, I have 2 health potions. I came prepared. Alright. We're gonna try and get through this. Alright. Let's head back up to Hilda. Alright. My battle victory secured. I walk up the stairs and see Hilda, probably still cowering in fear of my mighty bravado and strength of character. And also, I'm probably soaked in like rat stuff because I was on a stomping spree down there. How's it going? Again, Hilda. Have no fear. Ragnar was in fact here. And, well, I did everything I could. And, well, those rats are gonna be bothering you for some time. And by for some time, I mean never again. Because they're not with us anymore. I don't know why I'm still holding my sword.
Hilda stands at the top of the stairs, her eyes wide not with fear, but with a mixture of amazement and relief.
I have overcome.
As you emerge from the depths,
and it
a
was
victor
all
drenched in the
thanks to
vestiges of battle, the unmistakable signs of a fierce and unforgiving confrontation.
Couldn't be here
her initial shock gives way to a slowly growing smile, one that seems to light up her otherwise weary features.
Okay.
Ragnar, she breathes out, her voice a mixture of awe and gratitude. You truly did it.
I did.
The mighty bravado, the strength of character you wielded. I must admit I had my doubts, but you've proven yourself more than just words and a fearsome appearance.
I don't know why.
She steps forward, cautious yet eager to affirm the reality of your victory with her own eyes. Gone, you say? Truly gone? Hilda peers past you as if expecting the rats to follow in hot pursuit, their vengeful spirits not yet satisfied. But the stillness that follows your steps speaks louder than any words could.
Yeah.
Seeing no tail nor whisker, her relief becomes palpable, and her entire demeanor shifts from one of tension to one of profound relief. Oh, bless you, Ragnar!
I didn't sneeze.
You've rid my home of those dreadful creatures, and
Thank
with
you,
such determination.
That's right.
I must admit, I never imagined a day where I could sleep without the sound of their scurrying, without the fear of their next attack. You've done more than just a service to an old woman. You've returned peace to my heart.
Sure.
Hilda, now visibly relaxed, clasps her hands together, a gesture of heartfelt gratitude. I can't offer much, but please, allow me to reward you for your bravery and...
Exactly, I take payment in gold.
Well, for dealing with the rat stuff,
gold
as
coins.
you put it. She chuckles, the sound surprising even to herself, as she moves to fetch something from a nearby shelf, something she likely reserved for rewarding acts of genuine heroism.
And all jewelry and valuables.
Here, she says, returning with a small but intricately crafted trinket.
Sick.
I want you to have this.
You said a trinket? What is this?
Consider it a token of my gratitude.
What is
and a
this
reminder of your valiant deed here today.
What is this?
The item, though small, glints with an inner light, suggesting a value beyond mere materials.
Cool,
a symbol
okay.
of your burgeoning legacy in Roderick Village.
But how, can I sell it?
And remember, Ragnar, Hilda adds with a newfound respect in her eyes.
Yeah?
Should you ever need the aid of an eccentric old woman with too many herbs and potions, you need only ask.
Well, I mean,
You've earned more than my thanks. You've earned my respect.
I'm at 62
The deed
health,
done,
but...
your reputation growing, you step out of Hilda's home, back into the heart of Roderick Village.
That's right.
Your adventure, the slaying of the rats, may seem but a small chapter in the grand tapestry of your destiny, yet it is one that will not be forgotten. For in the heart of the village, legends are not just born from grand quests but from the humble deeds that prove the true mettle of those who dare to call themselves heroes.
Dang. That was insightful. Good stuff. Alright, but now I see, I know you said that it has like this trinket has an inner light and it has value beyond the material, but hypothetically, in a hypothetical scenario, could I sell it? How much could I sell it for? I'm gonna go back to the inn, the Dragon's Rest Inn, and I'll just walk in. I'm assuming that I'm still covered in rat stuff, but I mean, they've seen adventurers before. They know what the job is. They know what the deed is. And I'll just walk up to the bartender and I'll be like, "Job's done. Your boy took care of it. All right, I went in there. I saw some rats. I took some names, and I took some like rodent lives, as you do. All right. This was the mark of the beginning of an adventure. All right. Technically speaking, that makes me level 2. All right. I was level 1 before. Level 2, it's a whole nother world, alright? I own this place. And by that, I mean I think I'm ready, probably, to take on something else. What do you got for me? You got anything involving, and I've done this before, so I know. You got anything involving sheep at all? Maybe they're, maybe they're floating? If my adventurer isn't covered in rat visor, then I don't trust them. Exactly. Why would you ever engage with an adventurer that isn't covered in his own victories?
As you stride back into the Dragon's Rest Inn, the evidence of your recent battles still adorning your person,
exactly.
The patrons momentarily pause their conversations to take in the sight.
That's right. That's
The
right.
mixture of respect, curiosity, and a touch of bemusement in their eyes speaks volumes.
I live
They
here.
recognize
I am
the
here.
toll of adventure, the unmistakable mark of a quest completed.
I am that man.
Dorian, behind the bar, cleans a glass as he watches you approach, a knowing smile creeping across his face.
That's right.
Ah, the triumphant return of Ragnar the Rat Slayer,
That's
he
right.
announces, his voice booming with a mix of jest and genuine respect, causing
for
a
the
ripple
follow.
of laughter
Not a
and
good
cheers
username.
among the inn's patrons. As for the trinket Hilda rewarded you with,
Exactly. How
Dorian
much is it worth?
says, leaning in closer to inspect the item.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
Ah, well, while it's true that items of such unique nature can hold considerable value,
Exactly.
especially to the right buyer,
That's
it might
right.
also hold powers or blessings unknown.
Perhaps. Sounds
But
valuable.
hypothetically, if one were inclined to part with it,
Hypothetically.
I'd wager it could fetch a decent sum from the right collector or arcane scholar,
Okay.
given its nature.
Do we know any of those?
But consider well before you sell.
Oh,
Some
okay.
treasures offer more than gold.
Okay, I don't know
He
what
sets
that
the
means.
glass aside, addressing your newfound level and eagerness for the next challenge. Level 2, is it?
That's right.
Then it's high time you took on something a bit more peculiar.
Hey, silly.
You're
This
in
is an
luck,
adventure.
or perhaps destiny is
This is
simply
also-
favoring you today.
The Ragnar show.
There's a matter that's been causing a bit of a stir, a
Yeah.
situation involving Farmer Yoren's sheep.
Gotcha.
You see, they'd been, well, floating.
The sheep are floating.
Not
Got it.
something you see every day, even in a place as varied as Eldoria.
Now, this
Dorian
is a
leans
mystery.
forward, resting his arms on the bar. If you're feeling up to it, Ragnar, it could use someone of your newfound experience and, let's say, unique problem-solving skills.
Well, I mean, I've already been through this adventure. As I said before, this current adventure takes around a month to do. I'm only on the starting area. This is Roderick Village. I've seen this quest before. I've done it a couple times. I had to train the AI in how to actually communicate the adventure, but it is a mystery, so I'm not gonna metagame this. I'm gonna go into it as you do, as a hero does, truthfully, and with little expectation, because this is indeed AI. This is well, the graphics behind me is a program, but the AI coded the program, so I guess that also counts. I don't really know how to code. This is all it's doing. Everything else kind of co-authored with the AI. I do like writing adventures and whatnot, but a lot of everything past a certain point is just kind of, there's no real end. It's kind of just whenever the AI says it's whatever. So it can go really anywhere. I do have all of the sprites. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll get into it. All right. I thank you once again, Bartender Dorian, for the tip on the quests. I also thank you for the information about the trinket. I'm sure its magical presence and the value it holds will come in handy sooner, maybe later, maybe much later, or maybe it never will because I'll sell it. But either way, it's been an honor being here. I'm gonna grab one drink, swig it down, just chug it. I'm gonna shotgun it, pick up a glass, like a glass, and I'm gonna stab like a hole in the bottom of it and drink it like you do a shotgun. I'm not entirely sure the logistics of how that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then I'm gonna give Bartender Dorian and Lyra some finger guns, and I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go straight to Farmer Yoren's, and I'm gonna start the investigation on this here floating sheep conundrum. And I really should have gotten some water before I started.
Dorian
this.
chuckles at your declaration, the corners of his eyes crinkling in amusement as he slides a drink across the bar to you.
Crinkle, crinkle.
Well, Ragnar, if anyone could figure out how to shotgun a glass without spilling a drop, I'd wager it'd be you,
I wasn't.
he says with a grin.
You can't really.
But remember, in Roderick, we respect the craftsmanship of our glassware as much as our brews.
What does that mean?
So maybe just a hearty chug this time, eh?
Yeah. Whatever.
You lift the glass, feeling the weight of the room's eyes on you, a hero in their midst, albeit one freshly minted from the depths of rat combat.
What are you looking at, huh?
With a nod to the gathered crowd, you tilt the glass back, the liquid disappearing with impressive speed.
And I'm done.
The patrons cheer, some banging their cups on the tables,
Exactly.
others calling out playful jeers and encouragements.
Not sure what that word means.
Setting down the empty glass with a satisfying thud, you offer Dorian and Lyra the universally recognized salute of adventurers everywhere, the finger
Bang.
guns.
Bang, bang.
They
Bang.
return the gesture,
Bang.
Lyra with
Bang.
a playful wink and Dorian with a nod of respect, acknowledging the road that lies ahead for you.
Good stuff. All right.
With the warmth of the Enzale coursing through you, a symbol of your brief respite and the camaraderie found within these walls, you turn and stride towards the door, your next adventure calling. The patrons' voices fade behind you, replaced by the familiar sounds of Roderick Village, the setting sun casting long shadows across the
Oh, I forgot to
cobblestones.
tell it that time doesn't pass.
You make your way to Farmer Yoren's land, located just at the village's edge where the pastoral idyll contrasts sharply with the peculiar problem described by Dorian.
Yeah.
As you approach, the bucolic scene unfolds before you, but with an unmistakable, odd twist, sheep, indeed floating, as if gravity has chosen to ignore them altogether.
Uh-huh.
Taking in the sight, you
Is
steel
that them?
yourself for the challenge ahead. Whatever magic or mishap has caused this strange
think that's them in
phenomenon,
the sky.
it's
That's
clear
crazy.
that your journey as Ragnar, the increasingly renowned adventurer of Roderick Village, is only just beginning.
Yeah.
And as you step forward, ready to tap.
I get it, yeah. All right. Okay, so, first things first. I'm going to question the witness here. Before that, though, I'm going to set the tone here. Also, just as a detail here, time really doesn't pass. It's always going to be daytime. I don't have any other I don't have any backgrounds that are nighttime, so it's gonna have to be daytime for a while. Also, I'm gonna go LA Noir on this one, and I'm gonna head up to Farmer Yoren and see what he's looking at. I want a description of what he looks like and some details that might give away some of the issues of this whole debacle. Maybe he knows more than he's putting on. We're also gonna switch the vibe as well.
As you finish your drink in a manner that defies conventional physics and bar etiquette, garnering an amused and slightly bewildered look from Dorian, you prepare yourself for the next phase of your burgeoning adventure.
Oh, it got weird. There we go. Okay.
The golden rays of perpetual daytime bathe Roderick Village as you make your way to Farmer Yoren's land, the peculiar laws of time here bending to the narrative of your adventure rather than the natural progression of day and night.
Yeah, that's kind of how that works.
The setting is picturesque, the rolling fields a testament to the village's agricultural heart, but your mind is focused on the task at hand, channeling the meticulous scrutiny of an LA Noir detective.
Oh, that's right. I gotta.
As you approach, you observe Farmer Yoren from a distance. He's a man seemingly sculpted from the very earth he tends, with rough, calloused hands and clothing marked by the stains and scents of the countryside. His wide-brimmed straw hat shields his eyes from the ever-present sun, casting shadows that play across his weary but determined features. Despite the serene landscape, there's a tension in his posture,
There's only
an
1
unease
minute.
that seems out of place in the tranquil surroundings. He's looking over his fields, his gaze occasionally lifting to the odd spectacle above, a sheep, or perhaps several, floating like fluffy clouds gone astray
Thank
from
you
the
for
sky.
the share.
It's a bizarre sight, one that would
Bubello?
unsettle even the most seasoned farmer.
Bubello? I don't have my
You
glasses
take a
on.
moment to gather your thoughts,
All
preparing your approach with the same gravity as a detective on the brink of unraveling a case.
All right.
As you close the distance, Farmer Yoren notices your approach.
Okay. All right. Here, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this my way. All right. I'm gonna spin this on my own. First of all, Farmer Yoren, you got yourself in a whole heaping load of problems. Especially now that you got Detective Ragnar on the case. All that I can see from my perspective is at least 15 floating, I'm not sure what sheep are. I almost called them bovines. But I know they're not. I'm looking to unravel this here issue for you. But only if you're willing to cough up some information. Is that something you can do for me? Are you going to be able to cooperate? Are you going to have a whole heap and load of trouble on top of the trouble you're already in? Let me know.
Farmer Yoren, taken aback by your direct and imposing approach, takes a moment to size you up, his eyes narrowing slightly as he assesses whether you're a blessing or a new breed of trouble.
You wouldn't know.
Yet, sensing the earnestness behind your theatrical facade, he lets out a heavy sigh, the weight of his peculiar predicament momentarily bowing his broad shoulders. Detective Ragnar, is it?
That's me.
He starts, a hint of wry amusement flickering in his eyes before being quickly overshadowed by the gravity of his situation. Well, I reckon I've got no choice but to cooperate, seeing as my own attempts at wrangling these airborne sheep have amounted to naught but frustration. He wipes his brow with a handkerchief pulled from the pocket of his well-worn overalls. Started about a week back. He continues, gesturing towards the floating flock with a mix of resignation and disbelief.
Right.
Woke up to find Bessie, that's the old one over there, a couple of feet off the ground. Thought I was still dreaming, I did. He pauses, casting a wary glance at the skyward sheep. Then, one by one, more of them started rising up. It's been chaos, I tell ya. Can't shear 'em, can't milk 'em, and the dogs are about as confused as I am.
Yeah, the dogs.
Tried everything from lassos to tall ladders, but no luck.
I see.
They just float out of reach, content as you please. Farmer Yoren shuffles uncomfortably, the confession seeming to ease a fraction of his burden. I've heard tales, mind you, of strange happenings in Roderick, but never thought I'd see the day when my own flock took to the skies. I'm at my wit's end, Ragnar. If you've got any ideas, any at all, I'm all ears. And I'm willing to compensate for your troubles, of course.
Well, I'm glad you said compensate, Farmer Yoren, because I'm in the business of taking business. And I don't know if you've heard about my track record, but I'm 1 for 1, and I don't intend to tip the scales. That's why they call me Detective Ragnar and not Ragnar the Failure. It's entirely different context there. I'm looking to get to the bottom of this, and I've got my theories already. For one, Farmer Yoren. I almost called you a detective. Farmer Yoren. That is your real name. I'm looking to understand how a sheep can fly. It doesn't have wings. I'm assuming there's a magical presence. So I'm going to start from the top here. Do you happen to know, have you ever noticed your hair standing on end? Some tingling in your left foot? Maybe a bit of a shake in your right hand? All warning signs of magical sickness. What do you say? Yo, what up, Em? How's it going?
Farmer Yoren, taken aback by your direct approach and the intensity of your interrogation, takes a moment to collect himself. He wipes his brow with the back of his hand, eyes you cautiously, and then seems to make a decision. The weight of the situation, the absurdity of his floating sheep, appears to push him towards honesty.
I usually go live.
Detective Ragnar.
Thursday,
He
Friday,
starts,
Saturday.
his voice steady but tinged with the weariness of a man whose farm has become the stage for an unasked-for spectacle.
Yeah.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you're right, I'm in a heap of trouble here, more than I ever
best.
bargained for in my years of farming. He leans against a wooden fence, looking up at the bizarre scene of his levitating flock.
Yeah.
I've not had any tingling in my feet nor shakes in my hand, and my
Like-
hair's been standing on end since I was born,
Bit
he
of a
says with a
distance.
hint of dry humor. But
Mhm.
magical? Yes, I'd reckon there's something unnatural at play.
Yeah, obviously.
This all started a few nights ago, right after that strange traveler passed through,
a
muttering
strange
about needing a
traveler,
place
you
for
say?
experiments, was it? Farmer Yoren shakes his head, a mix of disbelief and concern etching deeper lines into his weathered face. I didn't pay him much mind. I've got enough to deal with, keeping the farm running. But the next morning, I found the first of the sheep. Just hovering there, gentle as you please, like it was the most natural thing in the world. He glances back at you, assessing your reaction. Now, I'm not one for magic, Detective Ragnar. I deal in tangible things, soil, crops, livestock. But if you're offering to help, I'm more than willing to cooperate.
Yeah.
I just want things back to normal, is all. And if there's some sort of magical sickness, as you put it, then I suppose we need to find its source. He offers a
Obviously.
nod of tentative respect, acknowledging your expertise. You're looking to get to the bottom of this, you said?
Oh,
Then
you
I'm
know
at
it.
your service. Whatever you need to know, I'll do my best to provide. Just help me get my sheep back on solid ground, and you'll have my gratitude, and whatever compensation you think fair. With Farmer Yoren's cooperation assured, you now stand ready to unravel the mystery of the floating sheep.
It's correct, I do. And we've got a bit of an issue. One, I forgot to put any water in my space, so I am parched at the moment. But the show must go on, so we're gonna keep it going on. So here are the here are all the clues we have right now. 1. Floating sheep. 2. Suspected magic. And 3. Some wandering stranger that just came in through the came out of the brush last night. That could be a cover. No one knows. I should definitely get a sip of water. I'm gonna wait until it gets really bad. And then I'm gonna get some water. Well, I only know one place in Roderick Village where there could be a magic user. Actually, I know 3 places, but one place in particular. Thanks for the info, Farmer Yoren. I'm gonna take all these clues into perspective. I'm gonna rearrange it, put it on a board somewhere, Beautiful Mind style. I'm gonna look at everything, get some red yarn, string some stuff together. Maybe in a couple months I'll have the answer, but that's not how I work. I do things my way. My way's pretty speedy. And, well, if I'm being honest, it also gets a little violent, because I'm not good at thinking. I am a barbarian, and, well, strength solves a lot of problems that the smart kind of dance around. Well, that's besides the point, Farmer Yorn, if that is your real name. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. You got Ragnar's word on that. For one, I'm gonna head to the only place I know that reeks of magic. The smelly kind of magic. The infallible kind of magic. I'm gonna head to the Wizard Malcor Tower. It's just off the main block of Roderick Village. I know exactly where it is. I'm gonna head over there. You hang tight, Farmer Yoren. And, I'll see you when this whole jig is up. I'll give him a wink and a finger gun. We can do this either way. We can do this the pretty speedy way. I could speed run this. Could back hop, build up speed for 12 hours. rocket through a
With your declaration
wall.
hanging in the air like a promise, you leave Farmer Yorin standing amidst his anomalously buoyant sheep,
He's just
his expression
confused.
a mixture of confusion, relief, and newfound respect for the unconventional methods of Detective Ragnar.
Plentiful harvest?
He nods solemnly,
You're
a
gonna have
silent
to,
vow of trust in your abilities, despite the unusual tactics you've proposed.
You're gonna have to talk with
The journey to
Fortuna.
Wizard Malker's tower is a contemplative one.
That's it's
The
goddess
village
of
passes
the
by in a
harvest, I
blur
believe.
as your thoughts turn over the strange case of the floating sheep and the mysterious traveler mentioned by Yorin.
Exactly.
Magic, especially the smelly kind, as you aptly put it, has a way of intertwining with the lives of the unsuspecting, bringing adventurers and common folk alike into the fold of the extraordinary.
That's right. I do that sometimes.
As you approach the tower, it stands as a beacon of the arcane, its stones imbued with centuries of spells, its windows flickering with the candlelight of relentless study and magical experiments.
That's right.
Malker's abode is not just a home but a testament to the otherworldly forces that pulse beneath the surface of Roderick Village. You reach the towering wooden door, its surface carved with symbols that speak of protection and knowledge. With a deep breath, steeling yourself for the confrontation ahead, you raise your hand and knock. The sound echoes, a foreboding reminder of the power that resides within.
That's me
The door
knocking
creaks
on the door.
open, revealing the interior of the tower, cluttered with tomes, potions, and arcane artifacts, the air heavy with the scent of magical reagents and the undercurrent of something more mysterious.
Mysterious.
Wizard Malker, with his imposing presence and wise, piercing gaze, stands before you, his expression one of mild curiosity mixed with the weariness of one constantly sought for answers. "Ah, the famed Ragnar," he intones, his voice resonating with the timbre of one who has spoken incantations and commanded the elements. "To what do I owe the honor of this visit?"
I'm gonna interrupt him. I know it was you, Malcor. Don't play dumb with me. Everyone in Roderick Village knows you're the only person that knows a spell of any kind. And I'm not gonna go to Lyra for a spell of enchanting of magical robes. No, I'm gonna come to you. Likewise, if I ever have a problem with sheep not being able to float, I'm gonna knock on the same door. So what do you have to say for yourself before I get the guards involved? And I'm gonna lean in. I know everybody leans into me. I'm gonna lean into him. Aggressively. Exactly. I like to keep things
As you approach
smooth.
Wizard Malker's tower, its spire looms ominously against the everyday light sky of
Call
Roderick
me
Village.
Ragnar the Moisturizer.
The air around the
Smooth.
tower hums with a latent power, an invisible warning to those uninvited. But Ragnar the Barbarian is undeterred by such subtleties.
This is true. I'm not.
You knock on the massive oak door,
Oh,
a
God.
thud that resonates deeper than timber, as if
Oh, it did it again. Okay, well, it messed up, and I didn't catch it fast enough. Alright, we're gonna redo that one. Let's take it from the top where I accused him straight out of the box. Alright? He opens the door, and I just finger in his face. Alright? Roll that back. This is my fault. I was,
you storm up to Wizard
I
Malker's
was
tower,
inner monologuing.
determination fueling your stride. As the door swings open, revealing the wizard with his imposing presence and eyes that seem to pierce through the very fabric of reality, you waste no time on pleasantries.
That's true, I don't.
Pointing a finger squarely at his chest,
Is he gonna talk
you
for
let
me?
the accusations fly,
I do.
not bothering to mask the conviction in your voice.
Is it gonna talk? It's definitely gonna
I know
talk
it
for
was
me.
you, Malker.
I do
You
know it
assert
was
with
him.
unwavering certainty. In this village, when magic rears its head, there's only one door to knock on, and it's yours.
That's true.
Floating sheep? This has your fingerprints all over it. Malker, taken aback by the directness and intensity
Actually,
of your approach,
I like
raises
that
an
line
eyebrow,
a lot better.
a flicker of surprise crossing his features before he regains his composure.
That was much better. I'm
Straight to the heart of the matter, I
a
see.
little jealous, actually.
No circling, No dances of diplomacy with you,
No.
Ragnar.
It's not my style.
Admirable, if not entirely accurate.
Okay.
He responds, his voice calm but carrying an edge, a reminder of the power he wields. He studies you for a moment, the silence stretching between you like a taut string.
What was that?
You presume much, based on reputation and conjecture. Yet, here you stand, accusing me without evidence, without understanding.
Okay, alright.
Tell me, Ragnar.
Alright, back
Malker's
up.
tone now carries a hint of challenge.
Oh,
What makes
okay.
you so certain of my involvement in this?
Alright, I'll answer his question. Well, here's my challenge, Malkor. You're the only person who can cast magic. How about that? I also know that there was a wanderer that wandered through the village. And if I'm not mistaken, the last time something like that happened, it had something to do with you. Have you had one of your mage apprentices execute some kind of dirty maneuver? Maybe in the interest of a third party? Maybe a competing farm? Something like that? No. You're too smart for that. Maybe he's not on your payroll, Malkor, but I'll figure you out one way or another, alright? Here's the deal. I got you pegged, you see? I got one bit of evidence. I can't remember what that bit of evidence is. I forgot that I'm redoing this quest, so I don't have that piece of evidence yet, but it exists, alright? I know that it's out there somewhere, and by God, I'm gonna find it. And when I do find it, you're the first one that's gonna know. You're also gonna be the one in handcuffs, or the medieval version of handcuffs, which I'm sure is probably just also handcuffs. Maybe like a big, like a 2x4 with holes in it, and then like a lock of some kind. I'm not really sure how you place people under arrest in the medieval era, honestly. I assume there's guards involved. Either way, I got your number, pal. So don't try to be assertive to me, alright? You might find yourself one bag of my foot, alright? I'm not sure why my foot would be in a bag, but for you, I'd make an exception, alright? I'm sure I'm getting my point across. Yeah, see? Wow, you are pixelated. I am. It's the,
Wizard Malker listens intently, an
Aesthetic.
impassive mask as you lay out your accusations and theories. Despite the fervor of your delivery, his response is measured,
Thank you for
his
the follow.
demeanor unchanged by the threat or the confusion in your words. Your fervor is as commendable as your imagination, Ragnar. Malker begins, pacing slowly around his chamber, filled with bubbling potions, arcane books, and artifacts that seem to hum with hidden power. Yes, I am a practitioner of the magical arts, the only one in this village.
True, very true.
But that does not make me a malefactor behind every odd occurrence. He
maybe
stops,
not,
turning to face you squarely, a slight smirk playing on his lips.
but it is a little
A
damning.
wanderer, you say? Indeed, travelers pass through Roderick Village, each with their own tales and secrets. Not all are my apprentices, nor
Okay.
do I hold sway over their actions.
Maybe not, but it...
As for your insinuations of underhanded dealings,
Yeah?
he waves a hand dismissively. I assure you, I have more pressing matters to attend than meddling in the affairs of farmers or orchestrating airborne livestock.
I don't know if
Malker
that's...
steps closer, his gaze piercing.
Okay, back up.
But let's
first of all.
entertain your theory for a moment. Suppose I did have a part in this
Yeah, suppose.
situation. Would I stand here, conversing with you, allowing accusations to fester? Or would I not, with all the magical prowess at my disposal, endeavor to conceal my involvement more effectively? He sighs, a sound of weariness rather than resignation. However, you speak of evidence yet to be found,
That's a
of
good
crimes
point.
yet to be uncovered.
That's a very good point.
This
No.
speaks more of desperation than of certainty,
Shut
Ragnar.
up. Now you're being
But
mean, Malfoy.
he raises a finger, pausing for effect.
Alright.
I respect the pursuit of truth, however misguided it may seem.
Okay, you just...
Malker walks over to a large, intricately carved wooden chest, opening it to reveal an assortment of what appears to be investigative tools, scrolls, potions, and strange instruments.
What's all that?
If you are so determined, then let us find your evidence together.
Oh, you're gonna come along?
Not because I indulge in wild accusations, but because I, too, seek the truth behind this anomaly. And should you find proof of my guilt, I shall face whatever justice Roderick Village deems appropriate.
All right,
He turns,
sure.
offering you a selection of the items. Choose your tools, Detective Ragnar. Let us uncover the truth of the floating sheep, whether it leads to my tower or elsewhere. But remember, he adds, his voice dropping to a cautionary tone, truth, like magic, often comes with unexpected consequences. As you stand in the heart of Malker's tower, armed with the potential to unravel the mystery, you realize this is more...
That kind of sounded like a threat, I'm not gonna lie. But he was really snapping back. No, that's a good point. I can have them all come with me. I just have to manually insert them into all of the scenes, and maybe like a battle or two if I come across any of that. But no, I guess he's coming along, so that's just gonna be what's happening, I suppose. All right, Malcor, I'll take you up on that deal. I'm gonna lean down and I'm gonna collect a magnifying glass that magically shows me clues. And I'm gonna take that with me. All right, Malcor, you're on my terms now. We're gonna do this the Detective Ragnar way. First off, we're gonna head to the guard towers, and we're gonna talk to the guards, specifically the guard captain. I forget her name. Helena, Captain Helena. I remember her name now. We're gonna head straight to Captain Helena, and get to the bottom of this. If my name isn't Detective Ragnar, I mean it is, but it's technically not, so, but it is right now, I guess.
With a newfound sense of purpose and a peculiar magnifying glass in hand, you nod decisively at Malker, setting the terms of this uneasy alliance.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Very well, Malker. We'll see where this leads. You declare, your voice laced with determination. Leaving the arcane atmosphere of the Wizard's Tower behind, you step back into the sunlight of Roderick Village, now not just a barbarian, but a detective on a mission. The magnifying glass, a symbol of your newfound role, feels right in your grasp,
it devolves
as if it was meant to be.
Not jazz music.
You make your way to the guard towers, the stronghold of Roderick's peacekeepers, with the confidence of someone who's slowly piecing together the puzzle. The villagers, sensing the change in your demeanor, watch curiously as you pass. Rumors and speculation will surely follow in your wake, but your focus is unshakable.
We're heading out.
Upon reaching the guard towers, you are met with the sight of Captain Helena overseeing the training of her guards.
Yeah.
Her stance commanding and her attention to detail unmistakable. As you approach, her gaze shifts towards you, recognizing the purpose in your stride. Detective Ragnar, as it were.
Thank you for the
Captain
follow.
Helena greets you, a slight
above.
smile breaking her usually stern demeanor. I heard about your new title.
Yeah.
What brings you to my doorstep today? And more importantly, how can I assist in your investigation? You explain the situation, the floating sheep, the suspicions surrounding Malker, and your decision to involve the guards in unraveling this mystery.
I guess I'll just do that then.
I need to know if there have been any other strange occurrences in the village.
I'm really
You
not
assert.
feeling
Anything out of the
me.
ordinary that could shed light on this situation. And I'm here to inform you that Malker himself is part of this investigation now.
That's true, he is.
We're working together to get to the bottom of this,
How long?
whether he's involved or not.
I hate when it gives me
Captain
monologues.
Helena listens intently, nodding as you lay out the facts. Interesting development, she muses.
Yeah,
I
it
must
is.
say, it's not every day that Malker takes an active role in village affairs, especially one that might implicate him. As for strange occurrences, well, there have been a few oddities that might be worth looking into. She begins to detail recent reports from the villagers: unexplained lights in the night sky, crops growing at an alarming rate,
What?
and a well that seems to whisper when the moon is full.
Okay, none of that has
While
anything
none directly
to do.
relate to your floating sheep, they paint a picture of a village teetering on the edge of the unexplainable.
Yeah, it does seem kind of
Take
weird.
this, Captain Helena says, handing you a scroll.
Okay.
It's a summary of all the unusual events reported over the last few weeks. It might help you find a pattern or a link to the sheep.
Oh my god.
Equipped with new information and a clearer direction, you thank Captain Helena and prepare to
Okay, I
delve
need to
deeper into the
actually
mystery.
Get a prop or two, to be honest.
Detective Ragnar is on the case, and nothing will stand in the way of the truth. Not even the unknown forces that seem to play with the very fabric of Roderick Village. The investigation
get water.
continues, with the next clues awaiting your keen eye and steadfast
It is
resolve.
invisible, as all things are. Where do my headphones go? Okay, there. All right, back at it. I'm gonna take it. I'll take a swig after I respond. I can't do akimbo right now. It's way too many things. I can't multitask that much. All right. None of this jazz is hard-boiled at all. It all seems like jazz loungy. What about this one, huh? This one looks jazz, like boily or no? Okay. It's all like swing. It's like swing jazz or something. Jazz, no copyright. Gosh, whatever. All right, we're just gonna go with it. We do need angry jazz. But there's so little royalty-free jazz that is specific to the vibe. I only got like half a page and we already gone through it. What about this one? That all kind of sounds the same. What about the top stuff? That's more like romantic stuff. I remember that. That is actually a very well known. All of these playlists have the same type of jazz. I'm not gonna dwell too long on this. Sure, whatever. You think there would be? That's what I'm thinking. Also, like the noir scene, that's got to be over 100 years. You know, that's got to be falling off the royalty train. All right. Okay. First of all, let's get this straight. Don't talk for me. I'll do my own talking. Secondly, I'm gonna take this scroll that I just got with all these weird things happening. I'm gonna head back out, and we're gonna go to. We're gonna go to the inn, and by the inn I mean we're gonna go to the bar. We're gonna go to the bar, and I guess I'm gonna read the stuff on this, see if I can't find out any more clues to what might be happening. And I'm also gonna have a drink while I'm there. I forgot about the magnifying glass, to be honest.
Equipped with a magnifying glass imbued with magical properties to reveal clues and a scroll filled with occurrences and patterns that might lead to the resolution of this unusual situation,
Totally
you
forgot.
step out of Wizard Malker's tower. Your mind races with possibilities, each step bringing you closer to...
Oh, cool, okay, alright. Oh man, it did do the
Equipped
wrong
with
thing.
the magical magnifying glass from Wizard Malker, which promises to reveal hidden clues, and the mysterious scroll filled with occurrences and signs,
Gross.
you're ready to continue your investigation, Detective Ragnar style.
Alright, well, it's
You
just
acknowledge
messing up
Malker with a
constantly now.
nod, marking a temporary truce, an alliance born from necessity rather than trust.
That's really not good.
With a new sense of purpose, you exit the tower, the weight of potential discoveries pressing against your resolve.
Stop being weird.
Your path leads back through the heart of Roderick Village, towards the familiar haven of the Dragon's Rest Inn, where conversations flow as freely as the ale, and secrets might just be hiding in plain sight. As you enter the inn, the warm, bustling atmosphere envelopes you, a stark contrast to the cool, calculated domain you just left behind.
It's also writing
Dorian
like
spots
a novel. I don't know why it's being
Heading
weird.
back to the Dragon's Rest Inn with the mysterious scroll in hand,
We're good.
you make your way determinedly through the doors. The inn, as always, is a hub of activity and chatter, a perfect place for a detective like you to blend in, observe, and uncover hidden truths. As you settle at the bar with the scroll unfurled before you, Dorian approaches, his curiosity piqued by your serious demeanor. "What's got you poring over scrolls like a scholar, Ragnar?" he asks as he pours you a drink, recognizing the need for some liquid inspiration. You take a moment to scan the contents of the scroll under the dim light of the inn, the magnifying glass revealing hidden markings and cryptic notes that weren't apparent to the naked eye. Between sips of your drink, you cross-reference the oddities listed with the rumors and stories you've picked up around the village. Whispers of enchantments gone awry, tales of objects moving on their own, and of course, the recent inexplicable phenomenon of floating sheep. Each piece of information adds another layer to the puzzle. As you delve deeper, absorbing the web of intrigue and arcane happenings, you remain half attuned to the ebb and flow of conversations around you. The patrons of the Dragon's Rest Inn, after all, are a wellspring of knowledge and gossip, and you never know what crucial piece of information might inadvertently spill from a drunken tongue or an overheard conversation. With your drink providing a comforting background to your thoughts, you piece together potential leads and connections. This isn't just about floating sheep. There's a pattern emerging, a thread that weaves through the fabric of the village's recent strangeness. Feeling the weight of impending discoveries, you know what must be done next.
I don't. I absolutely have no idea. I probably should have let it finish now. Magic. Blunt force of my will. And the keen edge of my intellect. Sure. Alright. I'm sure there's like dates on this scroll with all of these magical happenings. I'm gonna ask Lyra, because I know Lyra, my gal, the waiter, she is she's real good at rumors, so she can piece together what might have been happening during those days. Maybe somebody came in the village, maybe another wanderer passed by, maybe somebody upset Wizard Malcor. Let's talk to Lyra. I'll get her to come over here. I'll show her some of the dates, and let's try to cross-reference. All right?
Armed with the scroll and a plan, you flag down Lyra, who approaches with her usual bright demeanor dimmed slightly by the seriousness etched on your face.
I'm leaning away from the jazz.
The bustling ambience of the Dragon's Rest Inn seems to fade into the background as she draws near, sensing the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, okay.
Lyra, my gal. You start,
And
sharing
it's
a familiar
talking for
nod
me.
that bridges the gap between patron and bartender. "I've got a bit of a puzzle on my hands, and I could use your insight. You're the ears of this place, after all." With a gesture, you unroll the scroll across the bar, revealing the dates and events marked in a cryptic hand. The magical magnifying glass lies next to it, a silent testament to the strange journey you've embarked upon.
It's not allowed to
These
use the word
dates here,
testament, so I don't know why
you
it
point
keeps
out,
doing
tapping
that.
the parchment gently. They line up with some, let's call them unusual happenings around the village. I'm thinking maybe you've noticed something, heard something that could shed some light? Any new faces pass through, any strange tales or complaints that align with these times? Lyra leans in, her curiosity piqued, her eyes scanning the scroll's contents. She's quick, her mind racing through days and nights of serving drinks, overhearing conversations, noting the comings and goings of the village's residents and its transient visitors. Well, let's see, she murmurs, her finger tracing the dates, her brow furrowing in concentration. This one here. She points to a particular date. That was the night of the storm, remember? The
No,
one
I
that
don't.
came out of nowhere,
No, I have
lightning
no idea.
striking the old oak by the crossroads.
Zero idea.
And this, moving to another entry. This was when that quiet fellow, the one with the hood, spent the whole night in the corner scribbling in his book. Barely touched his ale. He was odd, kept to himself, but I remember because it was the same night Marla's cat went missing.
Oh my
She
God.
pauses, looking up to meet your gaze, a flicker of realization sparking in her eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And you know, now that
Spell
I
it
think
out.
about it,
Spell
there was
it out
talk,
for me.
whispers really, of lights seen in the forest, strange glows where no fire should be. Old man Cedric claimed it was will-o'-the-wisps, but that man's tales grow wilder with every pint.
Yeah, well.
You listen intently, absorbing every detail, every connection Lyra draws between the dates on your scroll and the whispered stories of the village. Each piece, each whispered rumor, begins to form a clearer picture of the magical disturbances you're investigating. Thanks, Lyra. You say, a genuine note of gratitude in your voice.
No, I don't. Stop talking for me. Secondly, Lyra, is there any way that do you know, like, where that person is? Because he might have, they might have an issue. I don't think it's a dude. It might not be a dude, it might not, who knows, alright? Absolutely who knows. Where are they? There's clearly a connection. Do they stay in town? Are they new in town? Don't stop talking before me.
Lyra nods, understanding the gravity of your questions. She leans in closer, lowering her voice so only you can hear. The person you're asking about, the one with the hood who was all quiet and kept to themselves? They didn't stay long, just the one night. Didn't even catch a name, which is unusual around here. But they were definitely an outsider, not from Roderick Village, that's for sure.
Sure.
She pauses, thinking. As for where they went, I can't say for certain. But, she adds, tapping a finger against the side of her head as if dislodging a stuck memory, they headed off towards the east side of the village when they left early the next morning.
The east side of the
Towards
village.
the Old Willow's Path, if you're familiar.
I'm not. I have no idea.
Not
They
many
just
head
made
that way
up.
unless they're visiting the ruins or the deep forest beyond.
You just made that
Her
up
expression
completely.
turns contemplative, a hint of concern flashing in her eyes. It's not common for newcomers to head out there, especially not alone. If you're thinking of following in their footsteps, be careful, Ragnar. That area is known for its peculiarities, even on the best of days.
Yeah, okay, sure, Lyra. Sounds good. But I don't know if you've heard. Your boy Ragnar is a barbarian, alright? I might be level 2, but this is a starting area. I feel like I can get around fine on my own. Alright. I suppose I'll leave here and I'll head to the, what'd you say, east of town or whatever? I have no idea what you're talking about specifically, but I'm gonna head that way. Most likely, there's only gonna be some wolves out there. I think I can take a wolf or two. And, no, I think that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna head out there. See if I can't find our mystery hooded figure. Sure.
Equipped
alright.
with the knowledge Lyra has shared and your own burgeoning detective skills, you prepare to leave the warm,
That's
familiar
good.
confines of the Dragon's Rest Inn.
Combat area. Your boy's gotta get your
Your destination, the outskirts of
combat
town,
tool
the area
out.
that Lyra mentioned in connection with the mysterious hooded figure. The air outside is crisp, carrying the scent of adventure and the unknown. You adjust your gear, readying yourself for whatever lies ahead. Though Lyra couldn't pinpoint an exact location, the eastern part of Roderick Village,
Whoops.
with its less trodden paths and proximity to the wilds, seems like a reasonable place to start your search.
It's the only thing in the
With each step, the details Lyra provided replay in your mind. The stormy night, the odd, quiet figure, the strange occurrences. You're a level 2 barbarian,
That's
but
right.
in Roderick Village, that's enough to command respect and instill a bit of fear in the hearts of would-be adversaries, including, you hope, any wolves that might cross your path. The village gradually gives way to the wilder outskirts, where the sounds of nature replace the murmur of villagers. You keep your senses sharp, eyes peeled for any sign of the mysterious figure or the telltale glow of unnatural light in the forest.
I'm not sure.
Your hand rests on the hilt of your weapon,
This
a
is
silent
true.
promise of protection and strength.
I did just put it down though,
You move
unfortunately.
with purpose, fueled by the quest for answers and the thrill of the unknown. This is what being an adventurer is all about.
I'm not sure why it's
confronting the
dancing
mysteries of the world.
Alright, stop yapping so much. God. Alright. I find myself in the woods, hot on the trail of a hooded figure. Now I know 2 things about these woods. 1, they're a little weird. Actually, I know 3 things. 1, they're a little weird. 2, it's never nighttime here. And 3, there's a lot of wolves. And then something else that I might maybe know is that I'm gonna find this person because they clearly have something to do with the issues plaguing the village. I'm not sure why I put 3 o'clock.
As you step out of the warmth and familiarity
doing
of the
it again.
Dragon's Rest Inn,
It's burning up my tokens.
in the heart of the woods, the peculiarities of Eldoria's eternal daylight weave through the dense canopy, casting a ceaseless, muted glow over the forest floor. The ambience here, forever locked in a twilight embrace, lends an eerie stillness to the surroundings, a stark contrast to the bustling life of Roderick Village. Ragnar, with the determination of a level 2 barbarian
Oh my
fresh
God,
from the
it's
starting
still
area,
dancing
strides
around.
through the underbrush, alert to the peculiarities of the woods that
Okay, something actually has to happen. I'm not just going to walk through these woods for the rest of the episode. Alright. I am here. It's either wolves or the hooded figure. That's it. There's only 2 things that can happen here. So pick one and stop yapping. Por favor. You gotta be firm. You gotta be firm with these AI. Alright. It sounds like battle
As you
music.
push deeper into the woods, the eternal twilight casts deep, shifting shadows among the ancient trees. The odd silence of the forest is suddenly broken by a low growl, a sound that speaks of hunger and the wild.
Obviously, thank you.
You halt,
for-
senses on high alert, as the underbrush to your left stirs with the imminent threat of nature.
All right.
From the thicket emerge 2 large wolves,
Two
their
large
eyes
wolves,
locked
got
onto
it.
yours, reflecting the never-ending daylight.
And I still have
This is the
60
moment you've
okay,
prepared for,
cool.
the clash between beast and barbarian.
That's not good. I'm still
With
damaged
practiced
from
ease, you
the
draw
rat
your
battle.
weapon, standing your ground as the embodiment of strength and resolve.
Sure, okay.
The wolves, sensing your might, hesitate but for a moment before the call of the wild spurs them into action.
All right. I gotta get battle music. What kind of battle music do I want, though? Something cool? What about this? Oh, yeah, there we go. Something groovy. Something spooky. Something a little 80s. All right. Well, here we are. In the throes of battle with 2 wolves. I believe that one says a dire wolf. That's not good. And the other one is a wolf. I'm gonna need an epic retelling of my battle with these wolves as I take them down. Make me seem buff. Please. Alright, here we go. In it to win it. I gotta switch.
In the eerie twilight of the Eldorian woods,
Yeah,
where day
alright.
never turns to night, Ragnar, the formidable barbarian,
That's me, your
faces
boy.
the embodiment of the wild itself. Before him stand two wolves,
That's true.
one a massive dire wolf, its eyes a fierce red, the other a large, battle-scarred gray wolf, each muscle and snarl a testament to its ferocity and survival in these uncanny woods.
Alright, first of all,
Ragnar stands tall and unwavering,
I'll hit him
his
with a
muscles
shield bash.
taut, ready for the confrontation.
12 damage! Oh my god!
He is a figure of raw power, a warrior carved from the very essence of might and determination.
Oh, that's not good at all.
His weapon, an extension of his will, gleams with a thirst for battle, reflecting the odd light of this eternal twilight.
Oh my god.
With a roar that shakes the leaves from the trees, Ragnar charges, closing the distance between him and the beasts.
Oh god.
The wolves, sensing the strength emanating from this towering human, hesitate for a mere heartbeat, a mistake in the wild that often spells the difference between predator and prey.
Oh no.
The dire wolf, massive and menacing, leaps with jaws wide open, aiming to bring down the barbarian with its sheer size and power.
I can't use my
But Ragnar,
potions. That's
with
not
agility belying his robust form, sidesteps the assault, bringing down his weapon in a mighty arc upon the beast.
Yeah, I'll do the battle thing.
The clash echoes
I
to
don't
the
think I'm
forest,
gonna win this.
a song of battle that has been sung since the dawn of time.
And then
The gray wolf, cunning and quick, does not falter but uses the moment to attack from the side, aiming for Ragnar's unprotected flank.
No, please don't.
But the barbarian's senses are as sharp as his blade. He twists,
Oh,
turning the momentum of his initial strike to meet the new threat.
I've never actually beat the wolves before.
Steel meets fur and fawn with a resounding crash.
This is
a
huge.
testament to the clash of nature and warriors' resolve.
I'm just chain stunning them.
The battle rages, a whirlwind of movement and ferocity.
Alright, brother.
Ragnar, despite the onslaught, stands like a bastion, a
It's
monument
not good.
to strength and ferocity.
It's not good. It's not going well.
Each swing of his weapon is a masterful stroke, a blend of power and precision that sends the wolves reeling,
Oh my
outmatched
God.
but not yet defeated. But this is Ragnar's domain, not by birth but by spirit.
That's true.
The dire wolf, wounded and wary, circles, looking for an opening, but finds none against the barbarian's relentless
I'm
defense.
so close to dying. I think he can one-shot
With
me.
a bellow that resonates with the power of the ancient forests, Ragnar launches a final, decisive assault against the dire beast, a strike that speaks of battles fought and won, of a warrior's heart and a barbarian's mind. As the dire wolf falls, the gray wolf, recognizing the indomitable spirit before it, takes a step back, a silent nod to the warrior's prowess before retreating into the shadows of the forest, leaving Ragnar standing victorious, the
God.
undisputed master of the battlefield.
I have 10 health.
Breathing heavily, his presence commanding even in the quiet
Good boy.
aftermath, Ragnar
at
sheaths
it.
his weapon. His eyes,
how we
alight
do
with
it.
the fire of battle, scan the horizon,
Thank you
a
very
silent
much.
challenge to any who would dare threaten the peace of his lands.
Alright, 32 gold,
In
65
this moment,
experience. That's not
Ragnar is
bad.
more than a man. He is a legend, a figure of epic strength and courage.
That's right.
His tales will echo through the ages,
That's right.
inspiring those who walk the path of valor.
That's right.
The woods are silent once more, bearing witness to the strength and might of Ragnar, the
Witness
barbarian
me!
who walks with the force of nature, undaunted, undefeated, truly buff in spirit and form.
Thank you very much. Alright. Good stuff. Okay. Back in the forest. I don't think there's gonna be any more battles tonight because I am sincerely on my last life. I am so close to falling over. Let's get back into the adventure music. Alright, okay. Whoops. Alright. I have successfully, for the first time, this is a Ragnar show, first time, I have defeated 2 wolves, a regular wolf and a dire wolf. This is huge, alright? When those enemies were created in the code, I said I'm never going to be able to beat those, for sure. It's kind of why I've never fought them. It's also why I never get past level 3, alright? I am now level 3, okay? That is a lot. The entire time that I was on this adventure, the last time that I did it, I was level 3. I'm level 3 out the gate. So this is about to be awesome. Alright, this is about to be a great adventure. I'm feeling it right now. That said, I just defeated wolves. Where is the hooded figure? Okay? That hooded figure better be in front of me. Alright? I'm not gonna walk around anymore. I just beat up 2 wolves. They're here. They're in front of me. Also, just for sake of argument, let's just say, it's a woman. Let's say that. Let's just do that. I'm not gonna go searching for the other sprite.
With the might of a newly minted level 3 barbarian coursing through your veins, your triumph over the wolf and the dire wolf marks not only a personal victory but a significant milestone in your adventure. You stand taller, a testament to the strength and resolve that have carried you through the battle and will carry you through the trials ahead.
I don't remember what it was called.
As the last echoes of the confrontation fade into the stillness of the forest, the peculiar quiet of the woods is broken not by beast or bird, but by a subtle shift in the atmosphere.
Okay, give me a second.
Presence making itself known.
Give me a second.
There, standing between the gnarled trunks of ancient trees, emerges the figure you have been seeking. Hooded, enigmatic, but unmistakably real, she stands before you,
okay,
the person behind the mysteries plaguing Roderick Village.
I don't know what it's called. Is it like mysterious
The hooded figure
or something?
lowers her hood, revealing herself in the light of the never-ending day. Her eyes, dark and deep, hold a mixture of wariness
cloaked.
and wisdom.
That's what it was. Alright, gotcha.
She is not just any wanderer. She carries with her the aura of one touched by the arcane.
Sick.
Her presence in these woods no mere coincidence.
There she is.
Ragnar. She begins, her voice steady, carrying a hint of respect for the warrior before her.
That's right.
I've been watching you. Your journey, your battles, your growth.
Okay.
Not many would face the challenges of these woods as bravely as you have. She steps closer, the distance between you filled with the unspoken tension of countless questions.
You better back up, first of all. I hate it when
you seek answers, solutions to the disturbances that unsettle this land.
Alright, we're done. We're done chatting. This is ridiculous. I'm not about to be lectured by someone. Here's what I need. I need you to take those sheep back in Roderick Village and you take them out of the sky. Alright, they're floating. I don't want to have to go fishing in the clouds for these sheep, alright? I've been through a lot. You see me just take down those 2 wolves? I'm amazing. I'm the best. Don't cross me. Secondly, it's nice to make your acquaintance. How's it going? My name's Ragnar. Thirdly, did I already say secondly? Let's go back to the village. You're gonna fix this. And then you're going away for a long time. We're taking you to the slammer. Yeah, see? Yeah. This is it. You've cast your last spell. And don't try to talk me out of this, alright? I've been through a lot. And I'm here to tell you that it's over, alright? Game over. For you, not me. 10 more health and it would have been. Exactly.
Standing before you in the aftermath of the fierce battle with the wolves, the mysterious hooded figure finally reveals themselves.
Oh god. Okay, it almost did it again. Okay, alright. Oof. On your own time, GB. Gosh.
Standing victorious, the adrenaline from your battle with the wolves still coursing through your veins, you turn to face the hooded figure who has silently emerged from the shadows of the forest.
Okay, it's just broken forever.
With the aura of someone who has traversed realms beyond the ordinary, she stands before you, a mysterious presence yet to be deciphered.
Whatever.
I've heard much about you, Ragnar. She speaks, her voice calm, betraying no fear, but a note of respect lingers in her tone. Your strength, your resolve. Impressive. You've made your point, and the tales of your victories will surely echo through Roderick Village. She lowers her hood, revealing her visage, a blend of sternness and a peculiar sadness.
What?
But you're mistaken in your accusations.
I wasn't paying attention.
She
I was looking at my
continued.
sword.
Yes, I wield magic, but not to bring discord or to cast sheep into the skies.
Made in Pakistan.
My purpose here is different. misunderstood by those who see only the surface.
Weird.
Despite her words, you stand firm, unwavering in your conviction. Enough of the riddles. You interject with the authority of a hero forged in battle and tempered in wisdom.
That's right.
The floating sheep, the disturbances, they end now.
That's right. That's
You're
what I
coming
said.
with me back to the village.
Exactly.
If you're innocent, let the truth be revealed there.
Yeah.
But no
Yeah.
more harm will come to the people or their livestock.
Man,
Seeing the
see?
determination in your eyes, she nods, understanding the futility of resistance against a will so strong.
That's right.
Very well, Ragnar. I will follow you back to the village. Let us resolve this matter where it all began. But know this, she adds, a serious glint in her eye. The truth is often more complex than it appears.
Please
I
shut
ask
up.
only that you listen with an open heart
Please.
and an open mind.
No, I'm not doing
Together,
that.
you make your way back to Roderick Village, the setting sun casting long shadows on the path ahead, a path that leads to resolution or further mystery.
No, you're being...
As you
Your
walk,
journey
the
back
villagers'
is
tales of the
quiet.
barbarian Ragnar's bravery reach your ears, adding weight to your steps. You're not just returning as a warrior, you're returning as a defender of the village, a title earned not through self-proclamation but through actions and courage.
That's right.
The journey back is quiet, each of you lost in your thoughts,
We just
pondering
don't
the
talk.
confrontation
Just like
that
awkwardly
awaits.
walking.
But for you, Ragnar, level 3 and rising, this is but another chapter in your burgeoning saga.
Exactly.
The villagers await, the truth awaits,
Okay,
and
we're
whatever
not-
the outcome, your name, Ragnar, will be remembered.
All right, we're not doing any of the villager stuff. Also, it's broken. Give me half a second. Oh no. Ah. It's really broken. That's not good. Okay, all right, this is probably gonna have to be one or two of the last prompts because it is really bad. It usually does not break this badly. Well, I mean, at least in this one she says that she's gonna break the whatever. I will face the justice of the village. Also, my feet are cramping up. These tights are... Honestly, they're getting a little too tight. Okay. The journey back is silent. Still, huh? That's crazy. Okay, talking to the correct AI. Alright. Instead of going to the center of town and having the villagers do what they want, we're going to go straight to Captain Helena's barracks, and I'm just going to hand her off, and I'm going to say, "Thank you, I'm good, I don't need an explanation, here's justice, it is swift, and you better think about this the next time you cross Ragnar, the detective, see? I'm hard-boiled, and I've also gone bad as a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, I'm a bad hard-boiled egg. I never really got why they say things are hard-boiled. Is that like is that allegory to something, or like mad weird?
With a firm step, you approach Captain Helena's barracks, the place of law and order within Roderick Village.
That's right, we did it.
The robust, stone structure stands as a testament to the village's commitment to security, led by none other than Captain Helena herself.
Back at it.
As you enter, the atmosphere of discipline and readiness fills the air, a sharp contrast to the mystical chaos you've just resolved. Captain Helena, a figure of authority and strategy, greets you with a nod, her eyes reflecting the weight of her responsibilities. Without wasting a moment, you present the hooded figure to her, stating, "Thank you. I'm good.
I don't
need
have to
an
talk.
explanation.
It really doesn't need to talk.
Here's
for me.
justice."
Whatever. Okay.
It is swift, and you better think about this the next time you cross Ragnar the detective. See? I'm hard-boiled. And I've also gone bad, like a hard-boiled egg, yeah.
It's doing everything.
Captain Helena assesses the situation with a practiced eye, understanding the gravity of your words and actions.
Sounds worse when I hear it.
She takes the hooded figure into custody,
Thank you.
ensuring that justice within Roderick Village remains swift and fair under her watchful command.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
As you turn to leave, your reputation bolstered by your deeds, the barracks remain a silent witness to your resolve and strength.
That's right.
You've not only upheld the law but also secured the safety and normalcy of the village. This, indeed, is a new chapter in your adventures, a testament to the path of Ragnar, now known as a detective, a barbarian, and a guardian of Roderick Village. Your journey continues, etched in the annals of village.
Okay, that's kind of it. The AI is getting so broken that it's getting confused about its own responses. That's mad weird. Okay, well, wow, a lot of firsts today. A lot of firsts. Let's get the outro music in here, shall we? All right. It was definitely an eventful one today. We did, and this is another first on the Ragnar show. We have done 3 quests back to back. We tussled with some rats in a basement, and then we, was it just the rats and then the thing? What was the second one? Did I do a second one? I think it was rats and then sheep. Okay, only 2. But Ragnar first, 2 battles in one. That's a first for sure, 100%. Also 2 levels in the same episode. Never heard of it. But yeah, that was a good one. We've got quite a long way to go. We're still in Roderick Village. This is a pretty deep town. The reason that it breaks so much is because there's so much information in this particular area. So we're gonna finish this up and then move on to the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And I'm gonna be improving as we go. This is our second time through this adventure. Last time we did it, it took like an entire month to do everything. Hopefully that will be different. And as we're going through this, I'm going to be getting the next adventure ready, so we don't have to keep redoing everything. And that's how we're gonna be going through the rest of the existence of Ragnar until I change everything up completely, and that'll probably be in like a month or 2. There are a lot of things that I want to do, a lot of things that are not possible with just me, but I will endeavor, because 1, this is mad fun, and 2, this is mad funny. So I'm gonna endeavor. But yeah, it's been fun. Thank you for coming out and experiencing Roderick Village with me on the Ragnar show. It has been amazing, and I hope you had fun. So from one adventurer, a barbarian, to the next adventurer, stay safe out there. And if you come up against an issue, don't get mad, don't get angry, just think it through. And if you have to, beat up a wolf or 2. You got that in you. But actually, just stay safe. Don't worry about that last thing I just said. You as well. I'll see you next time, or whatever you can make it in. Adios. Oh my god. That was a lot. Okay. What am I still? I am still streaming. Whoops.